Storm clouds were gathering around Far West. It was a very, very difficult time for Joseph because, you see, he knew what they wanted. They wanted his blood. They saw Joseph as gaining more and more political power, and they saw him as being able to control the voting blocks in that area of Missouri. They did not want this to happen. And they also were persecuting the saints because of this new religion, which now had its official name in Far West, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Well, Joseph and Hyrum and Sidney and Parley and George Robinson and Lyman White and Alexander McCrae and Caleb Baldwin, they all gave themselves up as a ransom for the city. And of course, then the orders were issued from General Samuel Lucas. You shall take the prisoners, and they shall be shot on the town square at 9 o'clock tomorrow. There was no trial, no hearing, no attorneys, no protection. They were to be executed on the town square. Well, that night, Lyman White was talking to one of the generals, Moses Wilson. And Moses Wilson said, "Mr. White, we only have one thing against you. You're too friendly to that Joe Smith, and also this gold Bible." Lyman White said, "Joseph Smith is the most philanthropic man that you'll ever know, and he's the best friend that you ever had, and if it weren't for him, I would have sent your soul to hell a long time ago." Then General Wilson said, "Then you will not give up your ties to Joe Smith?" "No, sir." "Then the die is cast. Your lot is fixed. You shall be shot in the town square tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. Lyman White looked him squarely in the eyes, and he said, "Shoot and be damned." The next morning, General Alexander Doniphan stood up in defense of the prisoners. He said to his commanding officer, General Lucas, "I will not carry out your orders. It is cold-blooded murder, and if you do so, I will hold you responsible before an earthly tribunal, so help me God." And then General Doniphan took the prisoners and marched them on to the Richmond jail. Joseph Smith and the other prisoners had been placed in a high wagon box. The canvas had been pulled tightly over the edge. Lucy Mack Smith was trying to come through the crowd. She said, "Is there no one here who will let the mother of the prophet come through to say one last goodbye to her sons?" She finally made it through. She came to the edge of the wagon with her little daughter Lucy, 17 years old. She said, Joseph, won't you say one last goodbye to your mother? I must hear your voice, Joseph." He finally said, "Bless you, Mother." He put his hand through the canvas, and little Lucy placed a kiss upon her brother's hand, and then the wagon was jerked away from them.